Today I'll be giving a brief introduction about bearings. First off, what are bearings? Bearings are devices that are used to reduce friction and restrain the relative motion of a device. What that basically means is bearings help in prolonging the life of any particular machine, as well as it reduces friction to an extent where the transfer of energy is seamless. For example, in fans, in cars, in cycles, in skateboards, mixers, etc. There are basically two types of loads in bearings. One is the radial load and the thrust load. Now, what is a radial and thrust load? A radial load is a load which acts perpendicular to the longitudinal axis. What that means is when a person kicks a bike pedal, the energy is transferred from his leg to the pedal through the chain to the wheel, which allows forward movement. This can be seen in bikes, in skateboards, in cars, in mixers, and numerous other applications. A thrust load is a load which acts parallel to the longitudinal axis. For example, when a person sitting on one end of the dining table wants a spicy piece of chicken, on the other end he may simply rotate the table with a flick of his wrist. This is possible with a thrust bearing which is supporting the entire weight of all the delicious food on the table. A combined load is a load which acts perpendicular as well as parallel to the longitudinal axis. What this means is when a car is taking a turn, the radial load is the rotating wheel, whereas the axial load is the movement or forward movement of the car itself. This is all possible with the help of bearing components. The components are basically divided into the inner and outer ring, which supports the rotating movement, the rolling elements which glides across the two inner and outer rings, the protective shield which ensures that no dust, dirt or grime enters the bearing. This simple construction helps in transferring energy in a much more efficient manner. JVN Bearings is a manufacturer and exporter of all kinds of bearings. If you liked our video, please like, share and subscribe.